Okay, in section 76, we're really getting to where the rubber meets the road with his thoughts on his legacy, what matters, what lasts, what is worth dedicating our time and energy and effort to. In stanzas 1 and 2, he says, if you project in your imagination or your fancy, if you go forward in time, let's see. No, first he says, if you will project out into space far enough that everything we see and know is a teeny pinprick. If you're out 100,000 light years and you look back at our arm of the Milky Way, you see Earth as this teeny speck of dust. And then he says in stanza 2, and then take that in your fantasy, in your imagination, and look forward through the secular abyss. Secular nowadays means we use it like the opposite of religious. So you would ask, is this a secular university or a religious university? Is this a secular court or is this a religious court? But it also means centuries, so long periods of time. So take your foresight, your imagination, and look forward through time into the deepest, darkest reaches of the future. And these lays, meaning these poems that Tennyson is writing right now, mean nothing. Before the moldering of these lays are dumb before the moldering of the yew. A yew tree is a tree that grows commonly in England and probably other parts of the world. I've never seen one myself, so all I know about them is online research. But the yew tree is a very long-lasting, slow-growing tree. Some of them can be 600 years old or more. Much older than the people walking around them. And so he says, before that yew tree there starts to age and rot and die, these poems that you are writing will be meaningless, be empty. Stanza 3, if the matin services are early morning worship services, so the songs that would be sung at those would be a matin song. In this case here, he's referring to the earliest examples of poetry that is, already hundreds or maybe more than 1,000 years old by the time Tennyson's writing this. If the matin songs that woke the darkness of our planet, you're thinking like Homer and I can't even think, just those very earliest poets. If those last, so here it is, more than 1,000 years later, and we're still reciting some of this old poetry. Thine own shall wither in the vast, ere half the lifetime of an oak. He's kind of telling himself, Alfred, these little ditties you're writing on these walks, they're going to be gone. Why are you doing this? It doesn't matter. And then 50 Mays, before these poems are 50 years old, your songs are vain. They're the ruined shells of hollow tears. So he's getting down on himself a little bit. I'm guessing that this is a common thing for any artist in that this is part of one of these phases of creativity. You get a great idea, you go forward with it, and then as you're kind of doing the work, the creative buzz wears off, but you're still trying to finish a project that you kind of wonder, does this even really matter? Why am I doing this? I think that's what he's going through here. So section 76. Take wings of fancy and ascend, and in a moment set thy face where all the starry heavens of space are sharpened to a needle's end. Take wings of foresight, lighten through the secular abyss to come, and lo, thy deepest lays are dumb before the mouldering of a yew. And if the matin songs that woke the darkness of our planet last, thine own shall wither in the vast, ere half the lifetime of an oak. Ere these have clothed their branchy bowers with 50 Mays, thy songs are vain. And what are they when these remain? The ruined shells of hollow towers?